Hey guys, welcome to another Pick a Card. My name is Johanna. Welcome to my channel. We are going to look at messages from your higher self. So what we are going to do is, obviously we have 3 piles here. You're going to pick a deck that I'm going to use. These are the tarot decks. I've pre-pulled oracles already for each pile. So we have pile number 1 here with this square strawberry quartz crystal. Which is the Modern Witch Tarot deck. And then we have pile number 2 with this purple and black moon crystal. I forget what it's called, but it reminds me of like High Priestess energy. And this deck is the Lucid Dreams Beginner Tarot from Saint Soleil. And then we have pile number 3 with this amethyst crystal, just this raw crystal. And it is the This Might Hurt Tarot deck. So those are the decks we're using. Like I said, I've pre-pulled some oracles as well already. And then we're going to get a healing mantra at the end from the healing mantra deck. So obviously you'll see what that's about when I pull that at the end. But yeah, so messages from your higher self. My Instagram, so if some of you haven't been updated, I did post an update video last week, so you can find that on my channel now about how things are going to be changing. We're going to be mainly doing pick a cards on this channel, but as well as I'm going to be sharing with you guys things around healing and health, and just really kind of incorporating that with the spirituality and personal development and that sort of thing. So there will be different types of content coming out now on this channel. And yeah, you can find my Instagram down below. I also have my the Mindful Woman coaching program that I've put together. The link for that is also down below if you want to find out more about that. And then there'll be more things kind of coming throughout the year that I'm really excited to share with you guys. So but yeah, I'll let you guys pick your pile whenever you're ready. Timestamps will be down below for you, and then you can hop right to your reading. Hi, pile number 1, welcome. If you chose this pile, you chose this strawberry square quartz crystal and the Modern Witch Tarot deck. So we are actually going to start by, yeah, basically just getting some tarot here. If you missed it, I have pulled some oracle cards as well already for this pile, which I have right here. So we are going to take a look and see what your higher self has for you, the message from your higher self to you. So we have the Lovers, we have the Knight of Swords. Sorry about the glare. I just changed the location. I did like a whole bunch of cleaning and kind of renovating type stuff today, like just moving things around, and I guess where I'm sitting now with my desk is kind of right underneath the light, so sorry about that. Okay, so we have the Lovers, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands. So interesting with the Lovers, like, so I'm kind of getting like a push-pull type of energy, which is kind of interesting. But I'm also getting like the Lovers and can talk about like alignment, being in alignment with, you know, you and your higher self, basically. I feel like you're taking action on like really trying to do things that support you, or just that show up in a very supportive way for you. Like it's almost like your higher self is like acknowledging the fact that you are putting in effort and taking action. We do also have the Three of Swords here. I almost feel like you've been working on healing things. Then we have this Ace of Pentacles. So there's kind of this sense of your higher self is acknowledging that you're doing the work. If you don't feel like you're doing the work, or you feel like it's like your higher self is wanting you to do this work of healing to kind of get yourself back into alignment, because I see there being like opportunities around you, or just new experiences. Like if you're kind of stuck in old experiences, things that aren't working or things haven't quite shifted for you, it's almost like with this Ace of Pentacles, like there's new things on the horizon for you, but we have to heal these things in order for us to kind of be in this magnetic Queen of Wands type of energy here. So there's a lot of potential here, like aces especially talk about potential. There's a lot of potential here, but there's almost like this sense of needing to go back and kind of work on some things. And this could be any aspect of your life, I feel like. I mean, again, this could be like your health, your finances, your relationships, right? Like however, especially with the lovers, like it could definitely be relationships in some capacity, or even just feeling, if it's like job stuff, it could just be feeling like betrayed or kind of like held back. I'm getting that word, held back in some situation, or just feeling like you kind of got the short end of the stick in some way. So I feel like that is something, yeah, that's like needing to be addressed in order for you to kind of like move forward here. So yeah, there's something around your higher self really wanting you to move forward, but there is kind of this going back. Now, for some of you, what I'm getting is it's not necessarily like the need to go back and heal this. Some of you could be stuck in this. Like when we do that, sometimes like when we think we have to heal, and then we don't really ever take action towards the new stuff because we feel like, oh, I have more to do. And we kind of get stuck in these loops back here. So for some of you, there's actually the need to kind of like turn this horse around and kind of go towards new things and just have the confidence in yourself. Some of you could just be healing confidence, but it's like, what needs to be looked at? What's kind of getting in the way of you pursuing this Ace of Pentacles? And I actually had someone the other day say like, what is the thing that you're avoiding, or what is the thing that you're kind of like running away from that's, you know, would have you taking action moving forward in your life, right? The things that kind of distract us, that sort of thing. So, and Knight of Swords is Gemini energy. So, and that can be very, and so is the Lovers actually. So that can be very distracting type of energy. Just kind of like hip hop and all over the place. I have my Mars in Gemini. So again, I can understand that energy where it's like you're doing like 17 things at once. But yeah, it's like what needs to be addressed here in order for us to move towards the new. Because the potential is here for you, and your higher self is like, you are capable with this Queen of Wands. But what is going on over here that we either haven't quite let go of and we just need to move forward, or needs to be looked at so that we can move forward? And I think you'll kind of know where you're getting caught up based on what's happening for you. Let's see if there's anything else with the tarot here that needs to come out for you, pile one, before we get into the oracles. So it seems like a pretty clear message. We have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, and then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. Yeah, like there's really this sense of like needing to take action. And then we have the Six of Wands. Like when you're able to take action towards this Ace of Pentacles, like Ace is the start of the 10, right? So it's like you can have this victory, you can have this success with the Six of Wands, but it's like what is maybe, again, it's like what's holding you back, and what's holding you back from taking inspired action. Knight of Wands is very inspired action, inspired, and creative and just enthusiastic, right? Like just so excited to kind of go after what they're, so like what's kind of dimming your light? What's kind of dimming that spark within you to take action towards your long-term goals, your dreams, the things that you want in your life, the stability that you're looking for, the relationship that you're looking for, right? Like all of those types of things. What's the thing that's kind of preventing you from taking action? But I am getting, like with the Knight of Wands being that I put it over here, it's like this, like what's dimmed your light, what's been kind of bringing you down, and how can we get that higher vibration kind of back into us, or just kind of like acting from that space, right, to kind of move and shift our energy the other way. So let's see what the oracles have here. So we have birth mysteries. What are you being called to create? And we have stagnant waters, feeling stuck, a call for shifts, flow, and change. Yeah, so again, there's kind of this fresh energy, right? With the Ace of Pentacles, this birth mysteries. Like there's something that it's like you're being called forward to. However, a lot of you feel stuck, or you've been stuck in this past, like either you've been trying to move forward and you're like, why can't I seem to take action, or what's holding me back? And there's something that needs to be addressed, or there's something that you need to shift of like where your focus is. So there's something that like you're kind of in this place of like either taking action in the wrong place or just needing to kind of look at something in order to shift the energy so that you can move in the direction that you're wanting to move into. Hopefully that makes sense. We also have Wish Upon a Star. And we have A Powerful Move. So there's definitely like this hope or like dream or wish that you have for your life. Like I do see you like with this 10 of Pentacles, it's like you have a vision, you have this goal, you have this, what you see for yourself like long term. But this is about like now needing to make the right moves, or just like a move. Again, like some of you maybe are not moving towards your goals and your dreams, or you feel kind of stagnant and like there's just something in the way. And so it's like you really want this with this Wish Upon a Star, but then it's like, okay, well, what's that powerful move? Like, what's that next step? And so like I had said before, like when someone had said to me, like, you know, what is the thing that you're avoiding that's like holding you back from moving forward, right? Like your goals, right? What came up for me was like, I was avoiding taking action on like the next step that needed to be done. Like I was like thinking of all the steps and there's just like a bunch of things going on, but it's like, what's that one thing that needs to be done right now that's going to move the needle, right? Like that's going to shift things for you. And I feel like that's what this powerful move is. It's like, what's the shift? What's the thing that you just need to go and do? And it's going to shift everything for you, right? Like it's literally the next step. It's not step 5. It's not step 3. It's literally step 1. Like what's the first thing that you need to do? We also have Green Epidite and Star Jasmine, which says restructure. It says identifying, reframing, and enhancing. So some of you could be like looking at like shifting things here or rearranging things. It's kind of funny that I mentioned in the beginning that I had like changed up my room and kind of like where I'm sitting here with the desk, right? But some of you could be looking at shifting things, or again, there just needs to be a shift or a reframing or a re-identifying, right? Some of you, this could be like restructuring your mind as well with the Knight of Swords, the Lovers, and the Three of Swords. Like it's all air energy. Like you could be needing to reshift your mind to kind of get you into alignment here in order to move you forward. So there, it's like what needs to be shifted or changed or kind of looked at differently for us to move forward. That's kind of what your higher self is saying. We also have Comfort with Hearth, number 11. And we have Companionship with Animals. Interesting, there's actually a dog on that one. So some of you, like, I mean, you could be dealing with animals, possibly in some capacity. What I'm kind of getting is, again, a little bit like with the Lovers, that companionship, like what's in alignment, what feels good to you, comfort, right? Like what feels supportive for you. I think this is too also like giving yourself what you need in the moment to make yourself feel safe and supported while you go through this shift. So some like shifts can be very uncomfortable, and changes can be very uncomfortable, and you could be keeping yourself stuck because that's actually more comfortable, believe it or not, because it's familiar, right? So how can you make the like experience more enjoyable so that you feel safer? Or what can you incorporate? This is actually giving me like nervous system work. Like how can you make yourself feel more supported, relaxed, calm while you're going through these shifts? And you might have to do this type of work more frequently while you're going through shifts to kind of like normalize a new reality here for yourself as you're reframing things. So some of you, yeah, like definitely, especially if you're shifting like a mindset, or if you're starting something new, like that can always feel really kind of scary. We have, so this is your healing mantra, we have liberating love. It says, I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. I could actually give you one more. I feel like this is like also talking about like freeing yourself and allowing yourself to go after what you love. Let's get one more here for you guys. One more. We have dissolving judgments. It says, I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. Yeah, so I feel like this is just like you having confidence, like I had said with that Queen of Wands, like having confidence in self, supporting yourself. And again, just like normalizing and opening yourself up in this situation to receive and to move forward and to, you know, see what this opportunity has for you. Because it's like there's something that's uncomfortable about this and something where you feel kind of like stuck, and your higher self is saying like, give yourself comfort, give yourself what you need in these moments of change, but also take action towards the things that you want to shift and change in your life. And that might be the needing to restructure things and go about things maybe differently, or just reframing yourself. Like maybe you're shifting your identity by moving into something new here, right? Anything like that. But it's that you like supporting yourself along the way in what you need mentally, emotionally, physically, right? Whatever is going to help you be able to take these steps, these powerful moves, and get you out of this stagnant water, this stagnant situation, this stagnant feeling, right? Of just feeling stuck. Some of you, animals might actually be very healing and comforting for you, like if you have animals, right? So, or some of you, it could even just be your home or your partners or your, you know, friends, family, that sort of thing. So yeah, anything like that to just kind of like support yourself that way. So that is what I have for you, pile number 1. So hopefully that resonates. Let me know down below. If not, you can check out any of the other piles. Like I said, my Instagram and everything, if you're interested in that, is down below as well. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome. If you chose this pile, you chose this moon crystal, this blue, purple and black moon crystal, and the Lucid Dreams Beginner Tarot deck by Saint Soleil. So we are going to pull some tarot as well as some oracles here that I have already pre-pulled, and then we're going to get a healing mantra at the end. If you missed what I had mentioned before, this channel is changing a little bit, so there's going to be some health and kind of like wellness stuff, as well as personal development things just kind of coming out, things that I feel called to really share with you guys, as well as the tarot. So keep an eye out for those things if you're interested in that. I will have my Instagram down below if you're interested in more kind of like healing based things, nervous system work, that sort of thing, as well as my Mindful Woman program is open right now. So the information and link for that information will be down below. So if you're interested in that, feel free to check it out. But pile 2, let's see what your higher self wants to say to you, what message your higher self has. Pile 2 message. So we have the 5 of Swords. By the way, this is a great tarot deck like to begin with, just because, I mean, it's obviously called the Beginner Tarot, but it has descriptions, both like, sorry, just pulled on my microphone, but descriptions for both like reverse as well as upright. So, and it tells you like the astrology, like the signs and stuff associated with it. So, but we have 5 of Swords, 8 of Swords. Okay, so already I'm seeing like there's a lot of stress here. Yeah, we have the King of Swords. We also have the 2 of Wands. Let's get one more here. And we have the World card. Hermit here at the bottom of the deck. So I see you, pile 2, like trying to gain clarity of a situation. I almost feel like your higher self is saying like needing to leave kind of the stress behind, or needing to kind of gain control. Like the kings are always about control, and specifically, obviously, with this being an air sign, it would be the mind, right? So there's kind of almost like this sense of you needing to gain control over the mind, so like your mindset around things. Like some of you may have, if you, with a Two of Wands, if you have a decision to make here, like needing to get really firm in your decision, or just needing to choose, like you just need to make the decision. Because I almost feel like with the Eight of Swords and the Five of Swords, it's like there's kind of this struggle that you're having. Like you feel like you don't have a solution, or you feel like you feel stuck, you feel trapped, you feel kind of limited. But it's like more of like your mind's perception of like what you feel like you're capable of. What the higher self is saying with the Two of Wands in the world is like the world is your oyster. Like you can do anything you want, but you do have to kind of get the mind and the body and the soul kind of like on board. Usually you're trying to get there soul wise, but like your soul already knows what you want, which is why you have these ideas and that sort of thing in the first place. But it's like getting the mind and the body on the same page. So you might have to make a very a decision here around like which path, which world you're going to step into, which path you're going to take here. And I feel like your higher self is saying like, you have the answers. We just need to get out of this stuff, right? We just need to find tools and ways to manage our mind. And interestingly enough, nervous system work is one of the like main ways to do that. If you think about it, like when you're calm and you're excited about things and you're just in this like feel good energy, usually our mind kind of like follows suit, right? Like our mind is usually positive. If it's, if we're excited, it's usually very positive and excited about things. If we're calm, it's like there's kind of this like stability in our mindset around like just feeling kind of grounded and not running away with, one emotion or the other. But if we're in kind of like more of a if we have a lot of tension in our body, or if we're just like not feeling good, right? Like our mind kind of follows that. It kind of starts to go a little like, meh, right? So anything to kind of help bring you into this sense of calm, right? This could be doing some things for yourself, incorporating more rest. Maybe it's like even just incorporating more either stillness, or maybe you need more activity. So like in this, but more of like gentle activities like walking or stretching or yoga, right? Something that just kind of helps you take your mind off of things, but also just kind of like calm the mind. And that's going to be different for each one of you. Because again, with the Hermit here, it's like you have the wisdom, but you have to kind of go within and find that. But it's like your mind is keeping you superficial. It's kind of keeping you stuck in this like, it's like it's not allowing you to get to the depths of your soul to see the answer of the choice that you need to make moving forward. And so I see you, like your higher self is saying like, it's needing to kind of get yourself out of this cycle, but it's possible for you. But there is a need, like your higher self is saying like, we got to get control of the mind here. We also have the Star, which is beautiful. And we have the Ace of Cups. So yeah, this is like healing for sure. The Star and the Ace of Cups, definitely healing. Bottom of the deck, we have Seven of Cups. So especially Seven of Cups, Ace of Cups is like, there's options for you. I feel like though there's like things of like you making a option, like, or a choice, right? Like having to choose a thing and not getting so caught up in all of the things, right? Especially with this King of Swords and this, like, there's definitely this sense of like potentially feeling very overwhelmed right now. And your higher self is obviously wanting you to heal these things with the Star and the Ace of Cups, but also it's also like having, faith that these opportunities will flourish, or the thing that you choose for your future is going to, open you up and have a lot of potential to it. Aces always have like potential, right? Now, I feel too, for some of you, this is also about like when you're making this decision, it's like rather than coming at it from a logical mind space, as much as you do have to make a decision and be firm in that with the King of Swords, it's also about making sure that your heart is in the right space when you're making this decision too, right? And just choosing something in general, like if you do have a lot of options, 7 of Cups, right? Making a decision from the heart, making a decision that is in alignment with your heart and your soul and your mind, right? Like everything's on, like I said in the beginning, like getting on the same page. So I feel like this is about you definitely moving forward, 2 of Wands in the Star. But moving forward from a more positive space. And again, having your mind on the right track and feeling confident in your abilities and your uniqueness, and moving forward from a space of love and self-love, and closing out this chapter on like what is mentally kind of like burdening you right now. So let's see what your oracles have for you, pile 2. We have the Pearl, which is alchemy, the reward at the end from grit to grace. So this has been a process for you, right? But it's like you're going to have this beautiful opportunity once you work through this this situation. Like you're just kind of in the thick of it, it feels like right now, is kind of what your higher self is saying. So it's like you just have to kind of keep going. It's like almost the saying that's kind of come to me like is the like pressure makes diamonds, right? And so it's like you're kind of in this challenging phase, but it's like there's going to be a reward for you getting out the other side of this. So it's not all for nothing. We also have the pink dolphin, which says celebration, fun, unbridled joy, and open heart. So with this Ace of Cups, I do feel like this is you allowing yourself to, like, again, sounds cliche, but like enjoy the process, right? Enjoy where you're going, making a decision that's really going to come from the heart space. You know, again, you logically have to choose, okay, I'm going in this direction, but it's like it can be something that's more from the heart and not so just not so logical. Like it doesn't always have to make sense as long as it makes sense to you, because there is kind of this energy of like this Aquarian energy is giving me like this like uniqueness, right, about you. Like there's something about this like you choosing you and not choosing what maybe other people might think or what people might think, right? We also have Waking the Lion. So yeah, there's like definitely like Aquarius, Leo type energy here. We also have Uncharted Sea with that as well. Yeah, this is like going somewhere you've never gone, but having the confidence and the assertion. It's interesting, I put the Waking Lion under the King of Swords, like having the confidence in self. And like not being afraid to go after, like there's something in you that needs to kind of like come to light here. Your higher self is saying like this confidence in your decisions and your mind like needs to be woken up. And then it's like you'll just be unstoppable. Because there's new things to explore. There's new places to be. And it's like, it's not always going to be like steady. When we think of like the sea, it's like there's ebbs and flows and ups and downs and right waves crashing into us and all these things. But it's just like staying focused on where you're going, not necessarily like how you get there or what the process looks like. It could be really turbulent waters at times, but other times it could be smooth sailing and you're still going to get to your destination, right? From grit to grace, you're still going to get to where you're trying to go, but it's like removing the mental stress around things. We have Septarian Nodules, the Way Shower. It says shake up the system, cellular upgrades. So yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, you're just being like, you're being asked to step up, like, or be, what did I use the other term? Like you're being asked to like step up to the plate, or just like that next phase of your life, like that next stage of your life. But that doesn't mean you have to be so like, you know, stressed out about it. Like just enjoy the process, take the pressure off yourself, have that acceptance of just like where you're at and how things are moving forward. And that will kind of take some of the tension off. The more you can just be like, you know what, this is where I'm at. This is what I need to do. This is how I need to move forward, right? What are the decisions I need to make for my future? Am I taking action towards things, right, that serve my heart and my soul, and not get so caught up in the chaos of it. It kind of, this would feel like a group that like overthinks things a little bit, is kind of what I'm getting. And their higher self is basically saying like, there's no need to overthink it, obviously, right? We all know that. I'm an overthinker, so I get it. But it's like, things are gonna be up and down and kind of all over the place, but that doesn't mean you're not headed in the right direction. And it doesn't mean you're not going to see the results that you're looking for. So don't get so caught up in, and so finding ways to manage that mindset piece, that overthinking piece. We have power here with volcanoes. So very kind of like orange energy. I feel like there's like something that's being awoken here in you. Like you're almost like going from like this, honestly, the word that's coming through is weak, but I, don't take it that way. But it's like you would have normally, or even in the past, like really succumbed to the stress or really succumbed to the mindset piece. But it's like you're really working through that, and your higher self is saying like, when you figure this out, you are going to be unstoppable. Because once your mind is, under control, it's like everything's going and moving forward. And then we have building with atoms, number 40. So, and again, another ship. So, I think you're going to start to see like the pieces around you coming together, and like you're going to be able to take things and build over time. Like you're building as you go. So this isn't really like a one-stop shop of like, finding, it's not just like one thing you're searching for and then just going for that one thing. Like this feels like you're building something over time. And so you might come up against these hurdles mentally. And if you are, then again, you're just being asked to work through those things, but you're building yourself as well as building to what you're working towards and just your path of where you're going in your life. But it's like, enjoy what you're building. Enjoy what you're building. And I think you're going to find a lot of power in building this, like just collecting these different parts of your path and just moving forward in them. So we're looking at the healing mantra here to kind of end out the reading. So we have sharing shame. It says, when I share my deepest pain, I give myself permission to be. And so that's kind of like this acceptance piece I was kind of talking about before. Like allow yourself to just be where you're at. Right? Understand maybe why you're feeling the way you're feeling, and if you need to like share or bring things up, or maybe you guys need support from the mindset piece, right? Don't be afraid to do that. And then we have overcoming fear. I will transcend every loss. Yeah. Some of you may have like lost things in the past that like now has you fearful, right? Of or just that, like, again, that mindset piece of like feeling kind of stuck. And so this is like you having to work through and navigate those, like that, again, just like those things that are coming up for you. So your higher self is like, you're, get clear on where you're going and you're going to be unstoppable. The mindset piece, I think, is the biggest part that seems in this reading to kind of be like holding you back with like, and again, it's like you might have highs and lows, but it's about continuing to move forward and not just quitting because it's like, oh, I hit a hiccup, right? Keep moving forward, keep building. And then it's like you're going to come into this power of like overcoming your mindset around things. So that is what I have for you, pile 2. Hopefully that resonates. Let me know down below. If not, you can check out any of the other piles or a different reading. But yeah, I hope you guys found something useful out of this. Again, my Instagram and my programs and stuff are all down below. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 3, welcome. If you chose this pile, you chose this amethyst crystal, this raw crystal, as well as the This Might Hurt tarot deck. So we're going to see what's coming up for you, what messages your higher self has for you. There might be a bit of glare on some of the cards just because I just changed my desk position, so the light is kind of hitting a weird angle here, but There has been updates to the channel, so if you haven't seen those, there is a video on that, but it's going to be primarily pick-a cards right now for the tarot readings. As well as I'm going to be incorporating some healing stuff, health, wellness, and personal development, spirituality, right? Just kind of like all that kind of stuff. So you can actually find my Instagram down below. It's more healing and health based. But you can take a look at that if you feel called to, as well as my Mindful Woman program is open right now. So you guys can check that out too down below. Okay, so we have the Magician here for you, pile one. Let's see what else your higher self has for you. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands. Some of you might have thought about pile one. It's just some similar cards, even though they're different decks. Let's get one more here right now for pile three. Seven of Swords. Okay. The Moon. Okay, so the first thing that's kind of coming to me for you, pile one, or sorry, pile three. I'm getting kind of like this. So with this Ace of Pentacles, there's obviously something that I almost feel like you're trying to manifest here in your life, but it's like there needs to be more of a strategy. I'm kind of getting. I feel like you could be a very creative person with the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands. We do also have the Moon here. Like, I almost feel like for some of you, it's like you're maybe kind of going after things very like intuitively, or just kind of like, maybe you don't know, or you're unsure of where things are going. And so there's kind of this just like on a whim type of thing. But with the Seven of Swords, it's like needing to kind of like make a strategy or a plan. We also have the Two of Pentacles here, and we have Temperance. Yeah, it's like, how are we going to bring this all together? Some of you also could potentially have like a lot going on, or there's kind of this sense of like needing to juggle things. Two of Pentacles and Temperance kind of have this like the two hands type thing going on in the cards. And then we also have the Six of Pentacles as another card of balance. So I feel like this is a really positive opportunity here for you, pile three, but it's like there's this sense of like you're adding this on to your life in some way. Like, it's not replacing something. So for example, if this is a job, it's like a second job, or this is a business, it's like another new part of your business, but it's not like you're not getting rid of something and to bring this in, if that makes sense. So there's kind of like I just feel like there's this sense of, I don't know, you may need to kind of think about like how you're bringing this in for yourself, or just preparing yourself for this change, because like if you might kind of like find yourself, if you're going after something, you could kind of find yourself in this place of like all of a sudden being very overwhelmed, because we just kind of like took action and went for it, which is great. But then sometimes we're like, whoa, I took on too much. So it's like, what's your capacity here? I feel like though, with the Six of Pentacles, like there's a lot of potential for growth here for you, for things to kind of like progress in a really positive way, especially financially, if this involves finances in any sort of way. But I think this is like making sure you're not taking on more than you can chew. So for some of you, this is like not necessarily like changing what you're doing, but it's like, okay, we need to look at how we're going to juggle all this. What does my schedule look like? How does this fit into my life? Okay, if I bring this in, that's going to change this relationship or that dynamic, right? So it's like, how do we make this all work? Temperance is kind of like both these cards actually, Temperance and the Magician, are both about alchemization. But Temperance is really about blending the two things together. How do we bring it all together? And so I feel like with the Seven of Swords, like Seven of Swords is strategy. So how do you win? How do you end up winning at the end of this? Is kind of what I'm getting here. Because I feel like what you're manifesting and what you're working towards is great. It's like, it's not that it's out of alignment with you. I think it's just like navigating the day-to-day or the schedule or something like that. Like your higher self really wants you to be like, okay, well, what does this look like when this is in your life? Have you thought about that? How does this work? How does this juggle? Right? That's what I almost feel is like popping up here for you. and your higher self. I feel like there's more with this Temperance. I want to clarify this Temperance a little further for pile 3 from their higher self. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the High Priestess and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. We have the King of Pentacles. So there's a little bit of like, okay, well, what are you investing into? What is the investment is also part of this as well. Like if we move forward with this Knight of Cups, what is this investment? What does this look like? I feel like there is a little bit of like needing to trust your intuition or maybe tap into the intuitive piece. But it's almost like bringing your vision down to reality, but it's like not understanding what it's going to entail. So there's something here about, yeah, bringing your vision to life, because there is this materialization of something, but your higher self is going like, what is this going to cost? What is this going to look like? What is this? Is the juice worth the squeeze, in the sense of like this, what you're putting into it is what you're going to get out of it, kind of thing. Like, is this going to give you what you're looking for? So there's kind of like this kind of, I don't know, there's like this interesting, like, you just needing to be more aware of like when this manifestation, because it's coming, but when it comes into your life, it's like, how does this look? Maybe it's already in your life, but it's like more about like, well, now what? Right? So your higher self is really wanting you to take a step maybe back and look at this and how we're going to navigate this. Let's see what your oracles have. We have Ride the Waves, Life Lessons and Growth. You will get through this. Interesting. We also have She Who Flows, Ease, being open to change, going with the flow of life. So there is kind of this flow, like riding the waves. Like, I feel like you've kind of almost been in this energy. You're going to get through this. It's like you could be coming up against like a bit of a struggle or a challenge with this wave, like a big wave kind of thing is coming up for you. But it's like, be open to where things are kind of taking you or what needs to be shifted here. Like there's no need to panic and there's no need to like be worried about this, but I think it's just more of like, okay, let's restructure this. Let's figure out like what's kind of going on here. We also have Body and Soul, number 5, as well as number 14, which is also a 5, which says beautiful and caging. So like for a lot of you, it's like you're so in alignment, like your body, your soul, your heart, your mind, everything's like on the same page, which is probably why this manifestation is either coming in or has come in. But now it's like getting everything else back in alignment. Like it's almost like it's disrupting things. Like you're learning things from this experience and it's kind of disrupted things, and your higher self is saying like, you just need a plan. You just need to kind of like navigate this a little bit better. Like, how can you make this easier for yourself is also what I'm getting. And especially with 2 5s, like it's a change. There's a change. And even the Temperance is a 14, which is this card, again, breaks down to a 5, right? So it's like, how are we navigating this change? Because it's almost like the change is here. And so it's like the chaos is kind of happening here. We have Selenite and the Willow Tree. Goddess Spiral, which says rites of passage, dreams, and support. So there's kind of that High Priestess energy. She actually has that same symbol on the top of her head there. Again, this is like bringing your dreams to life. It's like this is the time now for you to really manifest what you've been trying to manifest and create this life that you're looking for. But it's like there's this revamping is what I keep getting. We have Depth with Lake, number 31. And we have Mystery with Dark Matter, another kind of intuitive, High Priestessy type of energy here. So, yeah, I feel like you're really being asked to dive into your intuition here, dive into the unknown. I also feel like this is about like riding the wave, getting, trusting your intuition that everything's going to be fine. But again, there needs to be a little bit of logic, I think, with the Seven of Swords, like just a touch to kind of just reorganize things a bit so it's not so scattered. Others of you, like, it's like the manifestation's here. There's like literally nothing wrong with the manifestation. There's nothing wrong with like it coming into your life. None of that. It's just like if things are kind of feeling a little bit chaotic, I feel like needing a little bit more of the structure in order to kind of ground it. Like there's a lot of feminine creative energy here. So it's like needing to kind of ground things with the more masculine energy, just that balance a bit. But otherwise, I feel like you are 100% like on the right path here when it comes to what you're creating in your life. And there's a little bit of like this unknown, like not really knowing where things are 100% going, but you're here for it. And like, it's almost like non-specific manifesting. Like you're kind of like, this is the general direction I want to move into. And then it's just like how it shows up, you're very open to it. So we have balancing the brain. This is your healing mantra to end the reading here. So we have balancing the brain, which is I can be and do all at once. This is giving me that masculine and feminine as well, like the balancing of the two sides, right? And being and doing is very masculine and feminine energy. So I feel like this is, again, getting kind of that more logical piece in here to the manifestation alongside the feminine flowing piece. Let's get one more here for you. Pile 3. And we have greeting wellness, which says balance is the key to a life of infinite miracles. So again, just more of that balance, right? The two energies. We all have both within us. So it's just like navigating that. I feel like you're really operating out of the feminine. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, but your higher self is like maybe a teensy bit of strategy will be supportive in this change or how we're going about things. So hopefully that resonates for you. But that is what I have for you, pile 3. Let me know down below if that was supportive for you, what kind of came up for you as well. Like I said in the beginning, my Instagram and that sort of thing is all down below, so you guys can take a look at that kind of stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.